Angry guy here, don't mind the plane overhead. And today we're discussing why this is how awful the boomers actually are. Oh, you are in for a real doozy. So, just when you think it can't really get any worse, just when you think the boomers cannot go any further, oh, they love to surprise us. Yes, they do. This is a post, doesn't say an article. This is a post from Reddit. This is a post that was literally just submitted to Reddit. I'm just going to go ahead and upvote it. And here is what they have to say. This is unbelievable. So, getting hit by a truck has revealed how awful boomers really are. That's the title of this post. And it was posted by some guy named Ventilation Holes. All right? Maybe he works in like heating or something. So anyway, he says that this weekend I turned 40, right? Okay, so he's a Gen Xer. Cool. One of the youngest, almost a millennial. And he said, the small town I live in has a fair every year that coincides. I was especially excited this year as my wife and friends were all gathering at the beer garden for the first time in years. It's a fairly major event for the area and occupies a large portion of the city of just 2,500 pedestrians, okay, of the city, 2,500 with pedestrians all over. Okay, my wife and I were crossing the street in a marked crosswalk at around 9 p.m. A Ford F-250 blew through both the crosswalks and struck us at or near 20 to 25 miles an hour. We're actually kind of lucky. I was tossed onto the hood, and then I think my missus shoved her backwards, and we were both thrown bodily about 6 feet past the truck's stopping point. We are thankfully all right. I suffered a few cracked ribs and some pretty serious stiffness. While she was thrown to the ground and received some road rash, I called my boomer mother-in-law, she's local, and told her what had happened. Then had to go as I was being put in a neck brace by paramedics. So this is an interesting story. Once in the emergency clinic, we were treated by staff. No complaints there. A small town clinic at night only staffs a handful of people at most. So all hands were assisting with the 2 trauma patients, us. One nurse, who was trying to stop my wife's bleeding legs, had to go and answer the phone. It was my mother-in-law demanding to know what was happening. The nurse said she was busy and hung up. Okay. Mother-in-law called again. Nurse hung up again. They ran CT scans and x-rays. They released us around 2 a.m. Mother-in-law came to pick us up in my van and proceeded to complain ferociously. I haven't pronounced that word in years. Ferociously to us about the nurse's attitude. We were too exhausted to really say much. Next day, awoke to my mother-in-law's boomer sister arriving. After maybe 15 seconds of checking on us, mother-in-law proceeded to detail exactly how the nurse had offended her and how I didn't give her enough information over the phone after getting hit by a expletive truck. Oh gosh. Both sat there in an echo chamber, insisting we should sue the nurse and the hospital for malpractice too. Guys, the story doesn't end there. So, I call my boomer mother, who is a nurse. She barely she barely even acknowledges the incident to begin with, and to begin complaining about the hospital staff discharging us so quickly without second opinions or observations. So she barely acknowledged the incident before she begins complaining about the hospital staff discharging us so quickly without second opinions or observations. You can see that the person writing this, there's some spelling errors, guys, and I think that these errors are just like points where they were so angry when they wrote this. Like, it does reflect anger. Like, this reflects. And okay, so his boomer mother is a nurse, and she's upset that they discharged them quickly without a second opinion or observation, and suggested we should look into suing them too. Oh my gosh. When the driver approached us at the scene, it was a boomer couple. They were sick with regret and didn't know what to say. I didn't respond, but my anger melted away. It was an accident, their fault entirely, but not with malice of afterthought. But not with malice and an afterthought. Yeah. I had no reason to be mad. I was just thankful to be alive. However, when I told my Christian boomer parents that, they scoffed and said, don't lose sight of suing their expletives off. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I said I would still be contacting a lawyer, but I don't need to I do not need to dislike these people. In an attempt to further dehumanize them, her standard MO, my boomer mother asked what the expletive kept them from reacting. I said they were old. The first she found out their age. Oh well, I know plenty of old people and our reaction times are just fine. They must have been drinking. Guys, these boomers, they want a piece of that money, boy. They want a piece of that money. They want a piece of that money, boy. Oh my gosh. I have a story for you too about my personal story. So, wow, what a leap in logic to justify your old age. Called her the next day to let her know how we were doing. Couldn't talk, was hosting guests. Teal there. Getting hit by a truck proved that boomers are tumors, and it wasn't even the boomer driving that did it. Guys, I keep telling y'all about that generation. I keep telling y'all about how that generation rolls. Some of y'all weren't listening. Let me tell you my personal story about my boomer parents and what they've done. My therapist thought they were awful, and they were. Let me explain this to you guys. My parents constantly would get into car accidents. My father would just literally keep getting into one car accident after another car accident. And then he would start collecting these huge settlements. We're talking about like 50,000, 100,000. My father would literally get into car accident after car accident, then go sue and collect tons of money. All right? At one point, he had so much money from what he was doing, he was walking around dressed like Colonel Sanders. You heard me right. He was walking around dressed like Colonel Sanders, white suit, going into dealerships, getting into arguments with like the, people at the dealer, like, for example, he walks into the dealership and he's like, they're like, well, this car is actually really expensive. And he's like, excuse me? Who are you to tell me that this car is expensive? I could buy every car in here right now. That was my fault. This is how bad he was. All right? He would literally go to a dealership, and if they even scoffed at the price, even Who do you think you are? I could buy every car in here right now. See, that's the first thing the boomers do. They like to live that good life. Boomers like to live that good life. My father would get into accident after accident. My boomer mother, who, by the way, was a nurse, started walking with a cane. I'm telling y'all, this is no joke. No joke. She was like 55. She started walking with a cane. All right? Oh, it was whiplash. From whiplash, right? And don't get me wrong, whiplash can hurt. Guys, she started walking with a cane. And you know the funny thing is, I remember when we had to go to like some funerals, all of a sudden the cane disappeared. She was walking, she looked just fine to me. But as soon as it was time for court, oh my gosh, I'm in so much. Guys, listen to me. Oh my gosh. So my mother looked young. My mother looks so young. Okay, my mother looks young. My mother looked like like almost one of those chicks in the club. All right, she looked young. But as soon as time for court came around, she was on a cane. Suddenly she looks older. All right. I'm not joking with y'all. She gained some weight. Guys, these boomers, guys, she literally went from like 35 to 65 overnight. This is like 10 years ago, all right? Like 10 years ago. And you're like, wait, so she was like 55 back then? She looked young, all right? And she literally went from like 35 to 65 overnight. She gained some weight in like a short period of time, limping around, all right? I don't know what she did, maybe like cut off her hair to make it look like she was balding a little bit. Guys, these boomers, all right? I'm telling y'all, they can work the system like no other. No other. All right? They have no morals. No morals. I'm telling you. They're just looking for a piece of that money. The people in the story right here, his mother-in-law, sister, his father, all those boomers, they were upset because they wanted a piece of that money. They wanted a big piece of that money. Big piece. Medical malpractice. You can get a good that's a $500,000 case right there. In fact, that might even be a $1 million case. Let me explain how these doctors work. These malpractice doctors, you go to these idiots and they'll basically start saying, oh, yeah, look at this. You have all this problem here. This is an infection. My goodness, you're in terrible shape. Terrible shape. Guys, these lawyers are unethical. They are so unethical, all right? So unethical. Guys, these boomers. They are so bad. They're so bad. They're so bad, guys. They're bad. All right. You know, I'm going to talk about this in another video but I'm going to mention it briefly. I want you all to think about this carefully. When the parents of the boomers started getting to their late 50s and 60s, the boomers started putting them in retirement homes. In their late 50s and 60s, the boomers were putting their parents in retirement homes. Have any of you thought about that carefully yet? The boomers were putting their parents in retirement homes in their late 50s and 60s. All right? This has actually happened. And a lot of those poor people, they're so medicated that they don't know what's going on. And I was reading a study recently that they found that a lot of people are taking at least one medication that they don't need. Okay, these older people are taking lots of medication. They put them in these retirement homes and they sold off all their property. That's what they did. All right, they put their parents in retirement homes and they sold off all of their parents' property. Sometimes you have to wonder. Think about this, guys. You have boomers who are like 70 years old right now. 70 years old, 70-year-old boomer. But they're not they're not in retirement homes. In fact, it's a second life for them. You guys, like, don't you guys notice it? Like, they put grandma in a retirement home, but now they're like the same age as grandma was when she went into the home, and they're still kicking like nothing's wrong. But this doesn't make sense. You put grandma in a retirement home when she was 61. Now you're 65 and you're just fine. All right? In fact, you're living better than us. So what is going on? Guys, these people are evil. They're evil. They're evil. All right? Listen to me, y'all. Especially y'all millennials. Listen, these people, they will sacrifice us. They'll sacrifice to us, their kids. Yes, they will. That's what they've been doing this entire time. I finally figured it out. Guys, they're trying to sacrifice. They're sacrificing us. That's what they're doing. Look what they did to their parents. They put their parents in retirement homes and sold off all their stuff. All right? And then they had their parents highly medicated. You know what I'll start to suspect? I'll start to suspect the neglect. And their parents were declining and it's like, oh, it's Alzheimer's. Y'all were drugging them. Listen to me. These boomers, they were getting together with boomer doctors and they were drugging their parents. And let me tell you something. These boomer doctors, I know they were getting a kickback too. They were getting a kickback. Of course, they were getting a kickback from all of this. This is one of the biggest scandals in history that is completely not talked about. All right? But I'm just giving you I'm talking a little lower because I want you guys to understand this is some serious stuff. Serious stuff, all right? And I know Susan Watson, whatever her name is, she's probably here listening to this. Like, what did you say? Listen to me, y'all. They don't have any good intentions for us. They want to sacrifice us. All right? Look what they did to their parents. They took their parents when they were in their late 50s and early 60s, and they put them in retirement homes, and they sold off all their property. And you know what's even funny? I've heard stories about these people collecting the retirement, even collecting the Social Security and pension, even after their parents passed away. I've heard stories like this. I don't know how they pulled it off either. But I've heard stories of them still collecting the Social Security and pension after their parents pass away. Guys, these people, they're evil. They're evil. Listen to me. Listen up, millennials. Listen up, young Gen. See, Gen X knows about this. Gen X knows about this, all right? This one was a younger Gen Xer. He was on the cusp of millennial, all right? So maybe he didn't see as much. I saw it firsthand. Guys. They try to sacrifice us. Guys, they're trying to sacrifice us. That's what they're doing. All right? They have plans for us. They're trying to sacrifice us. This is an evil generation. EB said it. That there was something evil about the boomers. All right? They try to sacrifice us. Watch yourselves. Take care of yourselves. Don't trust them. They're not your friends. Listen to me. These boomers, they're out for nothing good. As the economy is going downhill, listen to me. They will sell your blood if they could. They'll sell your blood if they could. I want y'all to know that. Look at all the massive amounts of debt that we're in today. Why do you think we're in this massive amount of debt with school? The boomers, it was a scam. It was a big time scam. All right? They deliberately did this. None of these people went to college. In fact, many of them couldn't even go to college. They are a bunch of scams. They put us all in college so that they can generate a ongoing cycle of revenue from us. All right? That's what it is. That's what it is. We have $1.5 trillion in student loan debts. 1.5 trillion, most of it held by us millennials. All right? What do you think this is? They put us in a lifetime, guys. They put us in a lifetime of servitude. It was a big, they sold us out. They sold us out. I'm telling y'all, all right? I'm smart. I use my head. I was around back then. I saw what they did. Listen to me. My grandmother had a bank account with a bunch of money in it. A bunch of money. And when she passed away, everything disappeared. Everything disappeared. My mother was sitting and waiting for that money because her name was the only name on the account. She sat and she waited for my grandmother to pass away so that she could go and take that money. You heard me right. You heard me right. And I never knew this, but my brother told me years later that my boomer mother, she was always getting money from my grand uncle. All right, these boomers, I used to wonder, like, how is she getting money? Guys, these boomers had expensive tastes. My mother once spent $9,000 on a dining room table. And what I told I don't know, my father and told everyone else, like, what she did, she claimed that I was lying. She's the one who told me herself. She slipped up. I found out what she did. I told my family what she did, and she said that I was lying. All right? These boomers had very expensive taste. Very, very expensive taste. Guys, I will never let it go I don't think I could ever let that go till the day I die. $9,000 on just a dining room table. All right? That's not counting all the other crap that she had. All right? These boomers are bad. They're bad. I'm telling y'all. And if you don't watch out, they're gonna guys, right now what they're trying to do is sacrifice us all. They're trying to get one good Hail Mary pass as everything is going down with the economy. That's what's going on right now. Hunter Red says, would you loan $100,000 to a 17-year-old? Guys, there is no bank in the world where a 17-year-old can walk in and take out a loan for $100,000. No questions asked. All right? Saying that I want to start a business. Can I have $100,000? No. Go to college, get an education, and then we can talk about it. So then the same 17-year-old says, well, could I have $100,000 to pay my tuition at the school that's cost about $100,000 a semester? Here you go, young man. Here you go. Good for you. Wait, so I can't have $100,000 to start a business, but you're giving me $400,000 to attend school to get a degree in art history? Guys, if this is not a scam, if that didn't tell you that this was one big coordinated event put together by the boomers, then nothing else will wake you up. It was one big scam, and they still have it going. This is an evil generation. It's a very, very evil generation. Generation of very, very evil people. Very evil people. All right? And they're still going. They still have plans. All right? Because they want to go, they want to retire in style now. But the money is running out. So they gotta do something. That's why they were trying to get Hillary in. Because they wanted one more good go. They're hoping for one more good scam before they could ride off into the sunset. Yes, that's what they were planning. They are, guys, these people are monsters. Listen to me. They're monsters. All right? These people, they've been living off blood money for generations. They sold out their parents, all right? And they sold us out before we were even born. They had this all planned out. And what you might be wondering, well, where are our grandparents? Either they've passed away or or Alzheimer's has been manufactured. Guys, that's another thing. There was no high rates of Alzheimer's in the past. Like all these people suddenly have Alzheimer's when we have all this technology and it doesn't make a lot of sense. All of a sudden, all these people are getting Alzheimer's. Guys, the boomers manufactured it. Listen to me. The boomers manufactured it. They manufactured Alzheimer's. Just like they manufactured HIV, they manufactured Alzheimer's. All right? Listen to what happened. It was originally meant to stay amongst their parents, and so there would be no questions asked when and their parents wouldn't be able to respond and when they were being robbed. What ended up happening is like HIV, it kept on going because they got greedy. They got greedy. I'm telling y'all, watch yourselves. Don't fool around. Don't make the mistake to trust them. They are not your friends. All right? This is that last Hail Mary pass. Why do you think Hillary Clinton can't go to jail? Why do you think Bill can't go to jail? Why do you think these people can't go to jail? Ask yourselves very carefully, why is it that they can't go to jail, that no one can seem to put them away? Because the boomers, they're working against us. They're all working against us. Listen to me. I'm telling you the truth. They all working. I'm not paranoid. What bank in the world would give a 17-year-old $100,000? Would give a 17-year-old, all right, $400,000 for a degree in art history? But they won't give him. But they never give him $100,000, let alone $50,000 to start a business. You guys, the writing it's right there in front of you. It's right there in front of you. I'm telling y'all right now, it's an evil generation. Evil generation. Guys, as things are going downhill, you see the boomers trying to buy at Bitcoin. Listen to me. This is how they work. They come like a hive. They come like a hive. You see them trying to buy a Bitcoin, going through Fidelity and all these other places, all right? I'm telling you right now, because they already have all the gold. Listen to me. If you're a millennial, gold is too expensive for you. All right? Maybe you can get a few little pieces here and there. The cost of gold is already so high, and you want to go buy some gold. Don't get me wrong. I believe in diversification, but the boomers own all the gold. All right? We're broke. And right now, what they're doing, they're rushing to buy a Bitcoin. They are. Guys, the Fed says that they are looking to cut rates. Cut rates right now. All right? Again, I think it was today they said it again, that they'll most likely cut rates. I forget if it's this month or next month. I think it's August, that they're likely going to cut rates again. That's the direction we're going in. Interest rates are at record lows. We have a 3.7% unemployment rate, last I heard. All right? They claim that the economy is booming, even though wages are falling. All right? And in the longest expansion in history, in the longest economic expansion in history, okay, with a 3.7% unemployment rate, this is what they claim, okay? And a booming economy. The feds want to cut interest rates that are already historically very low. If you cut interest rates much more than they already are at, you are going to end up with negative interest rates. When you get negative interest rates, it basically works like this. You end up paying the bank to keep your money in it. That's what you have in places like Sweden. You heard me. where they have negative interest rates. All right? You pay the bank to keep your money in it. That's negative, and they've had negative interest rates for years. Listen to me, guys. The boomers, this is a this is a multi-generational scam that they've been cooking up. Mickey says, angry, the first rate cut will be the end of July. You see this? You see this? Guys, that's a boomer. Of course Mickey knows. He's plugged in. He's plugged in. Hunter says Mickey is the exception. Listen to me. Listen. I get what I need from Mickey. Mickey gets what he needs from me. But let me tell you something. Mickey was a part of it. Mickey was a part of it. All right? Innocent Flower. Mickey was a part of it. I have some stories about Mickey. I got some stories about Mickey. All right? Don't let him fool you. Guys, that's another thing. That's another thing. Listen to me. These boomers out here trying to befriend you, all right? Popping in, making themselves look like they're nice and they're calm and they're kind and they care about you. The boomers have no loyalty to anyone but themselves. They will play any angle, all right? They will play any angle. Do not trust a boomer. Cryptonomy says Mickey Turner has the light sparked in his light bulb. Listen to me. Don't trust him. Don't trust him. Cryptonomy says angry. Also a Bitcoin exchange that was raided and a Bitcoin ATM is now available at a city, Birmingham, not too far from me, scratching my head. Guys, listen to me. We're looking at a complete transition. Mickey says, no, I was not. Guys, listen to me. Guys. Listen to me. This is how they operate. This is how they operate, okay? Don't trust them. Don't trust them. Don't let a boomer befriend you. They are not innocent flowers. They are a corrupted, evil generation that is literally now plunging us back into the dark ages. All right? I don't know if you guys realize it, but Generation Z wants to have nothing to do with them. Generation Z wants to have nothing to do with them. Guys, like I said, right now, I'm going to do a special for y'all right now. I'm going to do a flash sale for y'all right now. Because I told y'all, right now, the markets are actually down a bit right now, okay? They're recovering. It's actually recovering quickly. But for example, Ethereum, you can get one Ethereum for $216 right now. A week ago, it was like over $300, okay? And Bitcoin is almost back at $10,000. Guys, I'm being so serious. Right now, you should Bitcoin Diamond, that was up to like $1 something. It's at 79 cents right now. Guys, you should be rushing out and buying up cryptocurrency, buying up these coins while they're dirt cheap right now. Because what ended up happening is a lot of people cashed out. A lot of people but the thing is Bitcoin didn't fall, but the altcoins did. Guys, you shouldn't be messing around. You should be out there buying these coins up. Buying them up. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. All right? Now, don't get me wrong. You should just invest in any stupid coin, but you should be buying them up. Guys, I'm telling y'all, the boomers, listen to me, they'll take our blood. Listen to me. There's these big black coffins, these big black things. All right? Big black boxes. And the boomers ordered many years ago, and they have them being shipped around to the FEMA camps. Those are for us. Those are for us. Listen to me. Those are for us. Don't trust Mickey. He's going to the secret meetings. Y'all hear me? He goes to the secret meetings, all right? You think he's going to tell us the truth? Listen to me. Listen to me. They're playing every angle right now. And they all have a sob story. Yeah, guys, I'm doing this. I'm gonna do a flash for you guys right now. So the latest courses, I put out a brand new course, how to make massive profit from ICOs and not lose everything, okay? Because you're gonna see a bunch of initial coin offerings coming. Initial coin offerings are now actually IEOs, initial exchange offerings. I basically cover all those details in here. This course is $189.99, and this is the ultra early bird special. You can get it for $90. You can also get how blockchain works for $90 for those of you still struggling with that. And you can also get how to make a massive profit without taking massive losses, which is what a lot of people are doing now. That course is $140. You can get it for $90 right now. And this is, like I said, this is the ultra early bird special. So you can pick up those 3 brand new courses at those prices, and all other courses are on sale for $99. So you've got the how to choose and invest in altcoins that'll increase by 100,000 times and make you a massive profit, the strategy you must use to become a crypto millionaire. You can also take the course learning how to convert cryptocurrencies without using an exchange. Everyone should have this course. Everyone should have this course. All right, convert cryptocurrencies without using exchange. Every single one of you should have that course, because they're going to start cutting down. They're going to start trying to crack down on the exchanges. I'm telling y'all. And they're going to start doing things like requiring KYC and all of this other stuff. All right. So this teaches you how to actually do this quickly. You can do this online quickly. It's going to teach you where to go and let you convert this real quickly and buy crypto, because they're going to crack down the exchanges and make it much more difficult for you to buy crypto. Why do you think Trump is saying he doesn't like Bitcoin? Because all his money is in the US dollar. He's a boomer too. He's a boomer too. You gotta be kidding me. We also have another one for y'all: how to quickly withdraw your crypto in cash from any ATM and other crypto to cash quick conversion methods. I actually put a method in here that no one knows about that lets you basically quickly convert your money to cash that you can take out from an ATM. And very few people know about this. So there's a ton. There's a ton in there. We also have how to time the crypto market and make massive profit. That course is $300. You can get it for $100 right now during the flash sale. You can also get taking profits. So how to take profit from cryptocurrency and not lose your entire investment. That course is $140 and you can get it for $100. And we also have how to get tons of valuable cryptocurrency for free without mining or paying for it. Guys, with this course is $200. You're going to be able to get coins. You're going to get ICO. You're going to be able to get a lot of ICO coins, for example, before they hit the market. All right. You're going to get them before they hit the market, before the pre-sale happens. All right. You're going to get these coins before anything. You're going to be the first to get them, meaning you're going to be the first to sell them. And because all of this is happening on exchanges right now, by getting these coins before everyone else, you're going to be able to sell these coins for massive amounts of money and never invest a dime in them. Okay? Because the exchanges they have initial exchange offerings now. What ends up happening is you get these coins, tons of them for free, all right? Months before the private sale or the ICO happens. And then the exchanges, they only make a small number of coins available on a daily basis. So this drives up the price of the coins. When you get these coins months in advance, all right? So for example, if they're selling a coin for 10 cents a piece, you want to buy it on the exchange, it's selling for 50 cents a piece or $1 a piece. All right. So the people who want to buy the coins now, they're basically buying them from other people who bought them earlier and are now trying to resell them. And like I said, they only put out a small number of coins every single day. All right. If every day. So it forces people to buy coins from people who are able to get them early. And it sends the price skyrocketing up on coins that should only cost 10 cents. They're costing $5. And with this, you're going to learn how to actually get those coins for free before anyone else. All right. So that you can, as soon as the sale happens, you can start selling your coins to people who are desperate to get them. You got to be smart. Got to be smart, y'all. That course, like I said, that course is $200, and you can get it you can get it during this flash sale for $100 right now. All right. So don't say Angry never did anything for you. We also have mastering the Ethereum wallet and blockchain, because so many things run on Ethereum right now. We have the $300 course back on sale during the flash sale, which is how to choose and invest in altcoins that will increase by 10 times to 1,000 times or more. And then of course you have the how to buy Bitcoins anonymously and through secret methods course. All right, guys, this course it is so hard to buy Bitcoin. Like they're cracking down. They're trying to make it much more difficult, especially with all the verification. All right. So you need to know how to do this. And this teaches you all the methods to do this, all the methods you can use to get Bitcoins so that you can invest in Bitcoin or you can invest in other cryptocurrency. Because if you want to invest in other crypto, you got to be invested in Bitcoin. You got to have some Bitcoins. We have the day trading cryptocurrency course right here for a living. That one is $180. You can get it for $100 right now during the flash. Guys, you can make a ton of money. All right, you can make $50 a day trading just trading a small amount of money. You can make $50 a day or more. I'm just giving you an example. Trading a small amount of money. All right, take like $200. And you can turn a $50 profit on that in a day. All right? You can generate $1,500 a month from a small $200. Yes, it is. I'm so serious. And people are like, oh, but that doesn't sound, that's not possible. You can't do it because cryptocurrency doesn't work like other markets. All right? The margins are much higher. The gains are much higher. You see doubling, tripling, quadrupling or more in just a few hours. That's how the markets work. They go up and down in seconds. And all you have to do is be there. All you have to do is be there as soon as someone says, oh, this one's going to spike. And then it goes up and then it falls. All right? But it doesn't matter because you've already made your money. All right. So this course teaches you all the ins and outs of day trading. And if you don't know anything about crypto, like if you're like watching the video right now, you're like, what the heck did I do? Because like even Sandman is talking about Bitcoin now. Take the introduction course. Take the introduction to cryptocurrency course. Like recently, I'll tell you something funny. Misandry today has been taking the course. Like I said, he's been taking the courses. He has, let me think, how many courses does Misandry today have? He has like, oh my gosh. I think he has like 6 or 7 courses. Misandry today, yeah, one of my biggest critics. I think he has like 6 or 7 of these courses right now. It's like 6 or 7 of these courses right now. Okay. So I just want to like remind, like, you know, this is a reason why you shouldn't listen to, like, you should stay out of stuff. Like, don't listen to hype, don't listen to nonsense happening in communities, because I'll be really honest with y'all. So, you know, me and Miss Andrea are in a good place right now. And I could have held grudges, but I don't, because I'm smart and it's about getting my money. But for the rest of y'all, no, I'm holding grudges. I'm just being real. For the rest of y'all, I'm holding grudges. I'm just being real. So you come to me like, oh, hey, Angry, hey, Uncle Angry, you think you can hook me up with like a couple of courses at a discount? Get the heck out of here! Get the heck out of here! Must be kidding me. Must be kidding me. And some of y'all boomers trying this with me too, coming to me asking for discounts, like, oh, I'm getting that Social Security. Listen, yeah, and I'm gonna take all that Social Security. Listen to me. I have no sympathy and no empathy for them boomers. You heard me right. Cryptonomy says, I'm fully aware, Angry. They've tried that with me before. Listen to me. Yeah, guys, don't trust them. Don't trust them. Don't trust them. Doctor says, nice. I only have 300 0x right now. Hold on to it with your dear life. Don't let anybody get to your private keys. You don't let anybody get to your private keys. Listen to me. You should be learning as much as you can right now, doctor. Okay? Because it's not at this point right now. You guys, you understand? You know how much these courses are going for? They're not selling courses on these other services. They're not selling courses. They're selling memberships. $500 a month memberships. All right, $300 to $500 a month memberships, and that's not for multiple courses. That's for one course. One course. You have these, because most of these platforms, they don't understand crypto, but they got in early, so they kind of have some understanding, and they have I've seen platforms that have like the introduction to cryptocurrency course selling for like going for $500 a month, not $500 for the course. All right, one time $500 a month. for the introduction course, and that's the only course that they have. $500 a month, and they have people paying for that. Okay? I'm just telling them, putting it out there like that. Anyway, guys, the sale is going to end in just a few hours, but you can get the, like I said, you can get the courses right now for just as low as $89, low as $90, because we are out of time. And if you don't want to end up, like I said, the boomers, you all think it's fun and games until the boomers are there, like playing, they bringing out those big black containers, and they just loading up us millennials, and them loading us up. But millennials, y'all think it's a game? Y'all think it's a game till they start loading us millennials up in them, and that's when you want to start crying and everything. And you were warned, but I'm there. Where are their kids? Look what they did to their parents, who gave them everything. Look what they did to their parents, who gave them everything. So what the heck did you think they were going to do to us? Reward us? Guys, these are vampires. Vampires. Right? Oh, Goo Monsters in the chat. He says, "Hey, Angry, just got back from vacation. Gonna pick up a course after work during the sale." Oh yeah, definitely cool. Good to see you. Glad you enjoyed your vacation, bro. Guys, that's another thing. I'm gonna start putting together a list for y'all. I'm gonna put together a list for y'all, but I don't feel like giving it away for free because some of you are so, because it's gonna take me a lot of work to do it. It's gonna all right. Let me know in the chat right now if you want me to do this, and I will put it together. I will put it together because I travel. All right, I travel all over the place. I don't just stay in China. I travel. Okay, I'm a traveler. So I will put together a list for you guys explaining. I'm not playing around. I'm not joking. I'm so serious. I will put together a list explaining all the different places that you can go to if you're from the US and the UK, because I know Cryptonomy is into it, so I'll consider the UK too. The best places for you to go that are going to be dirt cheap for you to live, that's going to be safe. I'll put together, I'll get the requirements together for your passport so you don't have to go hunting for any of that. All right, and I'll let you know what the rules are for US citizens and for UK residents. Okay, if you're from France, you're what's that? Pound SOL, because I'm not doing that research for y'all. All right. But if you're from US or UK or Canada, yes, I'll include Canada in there, then I'll do the research and I'll put together a list of the best places that you can go, the cost of living, everything. And you're going to be shocked at the prices when I show you some of the stuff where you're like, are you kidding, Angry? I'll be like, listen, I've been there myself. All right. I've lived there. I've lived in a lot of these places myself. Dirt cheap. And when I say dirt cheap, okay, let me put it this way. You can rent an apartment in some of these places for the equivalent of maybe just $100 a month, maybe a little more. Nice apartments. Rent a nice apartment. Apartment. I didn't say a room. I said apartment. All right? And you will live like a king when it comes to food. You will eat like a king on $100 to $200 a month. Like a king. You will eat like a king. A king. As long as you stay away from fast food, you will eat like a king. A king. All right? Let me know what y'all want. Let me know in the comments if this is something you want. I think I'm gonna put up a poll. I'm gonna put up a poll after this video for you guys too, to see if this is something you want me to make, because it's gonna take me time to put it together. I gotta do all the research. I gotta check the passport information. I gotta get together the cost of living information, because I know you guys are gonna have all those questions. If you want me to do this, let me know in the comments. I will put together the course. I'll put it together. I'm calling it a course because it's gonna be extensive. All right, I'll tell you about how the police in these places, because I've dealt with the cops in these places. I'll explain a lot of it to you. I'll tell you about, if you want, the relationships, what the people, the locals are like, what the women are like, all of that. All right, I'll give you all of that. I'm so serious. I'm very serious. But you gotta let me know if you want me to do it. if it's something that you guys overwhelmingly want, I will do it for you. And you can use that as soon as you guys are like, you know what, I'm getting out of this place, you can use that and you'll know exactly, you don't have to do any of that research. You'll know exactly where to go. All right. Whatever's going to suit your style. I'm telling you that right now. I will tell you, I'll be very honest with you. Don't go to China. Don't come to China. It's not a good place. All right. China's very, very problematic right now. They're actually holding people over here from the US. Like, you can come over here and like they'll hold you in the country and they won't let you leave. And people are kind of starting to act crazy because of like a lot of the stuff that's happening. It's not all good in the hood over here. So yeah, don't come to China. You don't need this life right now. Stay away from China. Stay away from China. Raymond says, have you ever been to Indonesia? My gosh, I have a really great friend in Indonesia, actually. I got this really great friend. She is so crazy. I have a really great friend in Indonesia. She's gorgeous. Yeah, I mean, Indonesia is nice. Indonesia is really nice. It depends on the area, but Indonesia, that's like, for example, that's one of the countries on the list. But the thing is that there's different places in Indonesia. For example, if you go to Jakarta is going to be expensive. Jakarta is going to be expensive in Indonesia. You have to know which places to go to, and depending on that, then you can balance it out. But you can live really good in Indonesia. I really, really like Indonesia. Indonesia's lit, and like people in Indonesia are mixed. They're like mixed with like Chinese and other stuff. So like Chinese and Spanish. My friend, she's like Chinese and Spanish, some crap like that. She's real pretty though, and you can have a lot of fun in Indonesia. The key with Indonesia is you can listen to me. You can get yourself a great girl in Indonesia. I'm being honest with you. Like some of you are like, I don't want any of that. Okay, do what makes you happy. You can get yourselves a great girl in Indonesia. Just don't get married, and don't bring them back to the US. Like, this is the biggest mistake a lot of guys make. They go to Indonesia and they think, oh, everything is good. And to be honest with you, there's actually some great laws, and there's some protection in Indonesia. Like, the divorce system is not as terrible as the US. You can keep your stuff. So she won't like completely clean you out. And again, that's like I said, don't even get married. You can even have custody. You can even get custody of your kids much faster in Indonesia than you can in somewhere like the US. You've got to be kidding me. All right. So Indonesia is not a bad place. I'm telling you, the food is good. The people are friendly. And, compared to the crap that I've gone through in the US and people and just in general, guys, listen to me. There's this whole scare tactics that they use. Like guys, I've traveled to a lot of third world countries or developing countries, and they use a lot of scare tactics in the US and the media to scare us about these countries, and it's completely different. Like, you go to these countries and it's a completely different thing. I've traveled through Asia, I've traveled through South America, I've traveled through the Caribbean. I'm telling you, for example, I've been to Jamaica once, and like they have this whole thing about like people are like foreigners getting like all kinds of bad things happening down there. Then you go down there and you find out that the people who are being, that are losing their lives, they're people who are causing problems down there. They're not attacking think about this logically. Why would they hurt the tourists? That's how they eat. That's how they put money on their table. So why would they be? Why do we have all these commercials like come to Jamaica and feel all right? It's the look, because down there they don't play around. They don't play around with those idiots. When you have people causing trouble, same thing. Like in South America too, they don't play around with that nonsense. All these babies like, oh my gosh, he just did this. Like, they don't play around. They take care of these people real quick. Mm-hmm. See, they take care of these people real quick. They don't play around in these places, all right? They don't let these idiots keep walking around and doing these horrible things. So you hear about this stuff happening because, listen to me, how many people in America do you see these people doing these horrible things in the US and nothing happens to them? They don't put up with that crap in these other countries. That's all there is to it, all right? All there is to it. I'm being honest with you. You'll go to these other countries and you'll start saying to yourself, you know what? This is the way it should be in the US. All right. Cryptonomy says angry. Also, food poisoning and water hazards would be good. Okay. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Doctor says I've been to China 3 times. I will never travel again. There you go. I'm gonna tell y'all something about water and food poisoning. Okay? I'm gonna tell you something about water and food poisoning. This is how the media lies to you about water and food poisoning. First off, in some of these countries, nobody drinks the water. All right? Nobody drinks the water. The locals don't drink the water. I remember reading this stupid article about like people in South America are able to drink the water. The locals can drink the water, but like if you're from America, because it has like power, these people are fools. The locals don't drink the water, okay? You can, listen to me, you can shower in it, you can clean your teeth in it, you just don't drink it, okay? You have services that deliver water to you throughout the day. It's a complete and utter lie. Complete and utter lie. It's just a different setup and it's just a different culture. But a lot of times the water is just very cheap too. Like the water is like really cheap. The drinking water is real cheap, and that's what you use to cook with. Other than that, you don't have to worry about the water. If you're foolish enough to go and drink the water, then because the locals don't drink the water. The people who live there say locals like it's weird. Like these are normal people, developed places. It's so silly. It's really, really silly. Really, really silly, guys. Okay. And another thing is like a lot of these places, they look much more advanced than the US. It's like old technology. Very like the US is like old tech. It's like Soviet era tech. You go to these other countries, guys, and like these countries are like supposed to be developing countries, and they look way more advanced than the US, and they have technology way more advanced than the US. All right, and their medical system is way, way, way better than the US. All right, and they don't even have they don't even have what do you call that kind of healthcare? This free healthcare for everyone. They don't even have that, and their system is way, way, way better than the U.S. We've been lied to, guys. Let me tell you something. Medication. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh my goodness. Like for example, India, South America, all these guys. You can get your medicine dirt cheap there. The same medicine. Oh my. Okay. Let me tell y'all about the medicine. I could buy the brand name medicine. I could buy the brand name medicine for like a fourth of what it would cost to buy the generic in the US with insurance. I want you to hear me carefully. I can buy the brand name, not the generic. I buy the brand name. Okay? I can buy the brand name for about 1/4 of what it costs in the US to buy the generic, okay, with insurance. I can pay, guys, I pay literally pennies sometimes for some of my medication, some of the meds I need. I'm spoiled. Guys, I go to the doctor regularly. I go to the doctor like a lot. I go to the doctor a lot. All right? A doctor's like, I go to a bunch of different ones. The doctor I see, like, that sometimes he's a jerk. But guys, I go there a lot. Any little thing, I go to the doctor. Any little thing. If I get a boo-boo, I go to the doctor. If I get a boo-boo, I go to the doctor because I can see the doctor very, very quickly, and it doesn't cost me much. So I can go to the doctor every single day if I wanted to. All right? And I have many more doctors to choose from. I'm telling y'all, it is so much better than the US. I am so much healthier. It's funny because after I moved out of the US, my health started to get better. That's when I finally started to get better. And like, my blood results were getting better, all kinds of stuff. Like everything was like getting better. I was getting healthier and healthier after I moved out of the US. Right now, I'm getting like super fit again. Like I'm getting hard fit, like super fit. All right. Like right now, I'm working to get shredded. I want to be shredded by the end of the year. I'm working hard. All right. I want to be shredded by the end of the year. It's a dream, but I think I can do it or come very close. All right. And I work out hard, guys. I have a membership. I have a gym membership. I have a personal trainer. I have a 2-bedroom house. I live in a 2-bedroom house. I have a gym membership. I have a personal trainer, okay? I have a PlayStation 4 Pro still in the box. I have an Xbox One X still in the box, all right? PlayStation 4 Pro has been in there for like 2 or 2.5 years. Many of y'all remember that PlayStation 4 Pro is still in the box. I've never opened it. Xbox One X, never opened it, all right? I play my Switch from time to time. I haven't really been playing it much lately, all right? If y'all want to know the kind of phone I use, I've got a One Plus. I have a One Plus. Which one? This was the 5T. I got a One Plus, y'all. All right. I have 3 laptops. Okay. 2 high-end Windows laptops. I've got 2 Surfaces. I've got a Surface Book, a Surface laptop, and I also have a MacBook Air. Okay. No, I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all. It's not me boasting. It's me keeping it real with y'all, okay? It's me keeping it real with y'all. I have a king-size bed, not a queen, a king-size bed. King. Okay? I'll put this clear to you. I don't need a car right now because I have personal drivers that pick me up and take me where I need to go. Personal drivers, okay? Personal drivers. I am not rich. I'm trying to give this to you, explain it to you, all right? It's a big hoax. You can look it up online. The drug prices are a hoax in the U.S. They charge people in the U.S. like 100,000 times more, and then people in India, they charge them like a few pennies. I'm so serious. You think I'm joking? There's a cure. Some of you already know about this. There's a cure right now for hepatitis C. There's a cure for hepatitis C. This cure cost something like $86,000. It was like $86,000 a pill. A pill. They were charging like $1 million for the cure. All right? Now here's where things get interesting. A lot of people, I think Pamela Anderson even did this. What they do is they just go to India, go to places like India. And in India, you can get the same pills for next to nothing. Next to nothing. You can get the same cure, same exact pills. The way that they determine how much they charge, these are the same companies. The way they determine how much they're going to charge for your pills, and this is how the pharmaceutical companies work, is they look at the GDP of the country. So if you live in a country like the US that has one of the largest, if not the largest GDP in the world, okay, then your meds are going to cost a ton. You're going to be paying for everyone else's meds. If you live in a country where the GDP is much smaller, like 100 times smaller, the price of your meds are going to be about 100 times less than in the US. Now do you get it? It's a big scam. They've been sucking the money out of us. They've been sucking the money out of the US for years and years and years. And they're lying to us. The boomers have been doing this. Okay? Goo Monster just said this in the chat. He said people don't realize that the United States of America is a corporation. Why do you think we call the president the chief executive? Guys, think about it. Why do you think we call the president the chief executive? He's a CEO. He's a CEO. We're all just their employees. We're employees. Y'all don't realize that we're all just employees. Employees. Y'all are here saying, I love America. I love America. They don't love you. That man doesn't know your name. All right? That man doesn't know your name. All out here, I love America. I love America. They don't love you. They don't know you. They don't know you. Guys, you can find links to cryptomoney.academy in the description of the video if you want to go and pick up a course. Like I said, all the links are in the description of the video, so you can go and pick up a course right now because, as I said, you should be learning, building up your skills. You shouldn't be going to school, all right? Going to school is not the same as building a skill, all right? If you're going to school, you're not building a skill, okay? That's two different things. You should be gaining skill. You should be gaining skills, not degrees, all right? You should be gaining skills, not degrees. All right, guys, like I said, you can pick up any of the courses for $99 or as low as $89 for the most recently released courses. Because guys, this is no time to be fooling around. It's no time to be messing around. You need to right now, like I said, the ICO. What you should be doing is combining, for example, how to make massive profit from ICOs and not lose everything. And then combined with this one, how to get tons of valuable cryptocurrency for free without mining or paying for it. You combine those two courses, and I'm telling you guys, I used to wake up and I would just see hundreds of dollars in my accounts, in my wallets. Because what ended up happening is once you once you get these things going, you'll also end up getting tons and tons of other coins a lot of the times that you didn't even request. All right. And you're going to get the coins. They'll be in your wallets, all these different wallets that you have. And you don't have to do anything. All right. The next thing you know, these coins are going for $10 a coin. You're like, what the heck? I didn't even buy this coin. I didn't even request this coin for free, because that's how it works. Because what happens is that they share the data. They share the public addresses as well. One of the reasons why I get tons of guys, you know how I get free coins now these days? I'm gonna tell y'all how I get free coins. I just do. I don't do anything anymore because I've done this so long. I've done this for so long that now I just get coins. Period. Like they just send them because I have enough wallets set up in such a way that I always get coins. I always get free coins, all right? With no work. For me, free coins are just passive income right now. I get free coins. I don't have to do any work to get them. I don't even know whose coin this is. But it's worth money. All right? It's worth money. I don't even know some of these I don't know, like probably more than half of all the free coins I have, I don't even know who they came from. But I have them stashed in my wallets, and I have more and more coming in. And whenever I need money, whenever something happens, like, oh yeah, I don't want to take money out of this, I just go and sell some coins for some free coins. Not even my investment coins. I just go and sell my free coins. All right, and I get some spending money right there and then. All right. I mean, I remember last time when we had the big crypto bull run, guys, I had like hundreds, thousands of dollars in just free coins and like just different wallets. I just go to like one wallet after another wallet and a bunch of wallets. And I was just like, there's just tons and tons of money, hundreds, thousands of dollars in these wallets and just free coins, thousands of dollars in free coins. And I would literally just laugh. And a lot of times I wouldn't even cash them out. Because it was just too okay, yeah, I'll just leave them there for a rainy day. Guys, I literally did that. I literally had so many coins. It's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there for a rainy day. That's like how it was, because I had so much money. I had so much money at this point. I was like, yeah, I'll just leave that there. So yeah, you can find links to all the courses in the description of the video. You guys go and pick them up. We have the flash sale going on. All courses are $99 except for the most recent courses. Those courses are just $89. So you're getting that's the ultra early bird special. So all courses are as low as $89 or $99 max. All right. So you can pick up these $200 courses and start learning, getting your business going, because this is no game. Cryptonomy says, angry, are private keys saved on USB sticks? Okay, so I'll explain how private keys work. If you're using a hardware wallet, then yes, the private key is saved on your hardware wallet. A hardware wallet and a USB stick are not the same thing. because a USB wallet is a hardware wallet is actually running special software that basically encrypts that private key so that no one knows what the private key is, including you. All right. So you don't know what it is. No one knows what that private key is. And the way that works is then it generates a password, and then using that, and you can create a password, and only you know what that password is. Okay, you don't know what the private key is, but you do know what the password is. So you can use the password to unlock the hardware wallet, and then once you get into the hardware wallet, you can then access the address that's being stored using the encrypted private key that you still don't see, and then you're able to access the funds. That's what makes it so secure. With a USB is just basically like, if you're just gonna use a USB drive, I think there's some that you can use software with, but I don't like that. With a USB drive, what you're actually doing is something different. And with a USB drive, you're just basically putting your private keys on there. So some people, they might put their private keys on a notepad. They'll type it into a TXT file, and they'll put their private, and then they'll move the TXT file over to the USB, and then they might put a password on the USB drive. Okay, and that's one way that some people do it. That's the cheap way of doing it. So that's the cheap way of doing it, so that you don't have to buy a private a hardware wallet. But I don't like doing that, and I'll tell you why. If you're broke and you want to protect your private keys, my recommendation is, you could use that method, but one of the biggest problems is that those USB drives, especially the cheap ones, they get corrupted very easily. So if you put your private keys on a USB drive and they get corrupted, because these things get corrupted very fast. They're not built for this. All right, you don't ever want to lose your private key. You really don't. So I don't like putting them on USBs. I don't, because those things get corrupted so quickly. At the drop of a dime, they get corrupted and you are screwed. Hardware wallets are designed in such a way, running software, that basically that's their only purpose. Their only purpose is to protect your private keys, to protect your funds, which is the reason why you should cough up the money and buy a wallet. You can get one from Trezor. I prefer Nano. I love the Nano S. I have 2 Nano S Ledger wallets. I love them, but I recommend against using USB, because they get corrupted very, very quickly. And if you lose if you can no longer access your private key, that's it. Your money is all gone. You will never see it again. You will never see it again. It's way too risky. Yeah, Cryptonomy says, that's more difficult, bro. I'll stick to my hardware wallets. I won't be using USB sticks. Yeah, listen, like I said, guys, don't come crying to me. Please, 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 don't come crying to me if you put your stuff on a USB wallet, on a USB stick, and it goes ballistic, it goes bad. Please don't pop up. Please don't email me saying, Angry, how can I recover this? What can I do? Please, please don't bring that problem to me. Please don't. Geo says, what about an SD card to put crypto on? I find that SD cards are I like SD cards. I really, really like SD cards. Okay, I do prefer SD. I find that they tend to be, higher quality ones tend to be a bit more secure, in terms of avoiding errors and avoiding issues compared to USB. But one of the big problems with SD cards is the fact that they begin to degrade. So the material that they're made from, they can start to go bad. SD card, people hear about SD cards and you're like, oh, well, SD cards have been around for 20 years, right? 30 years, 50. SD cards are relatively new. They're relatively new. They really are. And they don't, and they can hold up well for a few years sometimes, but sometimes SD cards, especially the cheap ones, they go bad really quickly. Again, guys, I know you guys are real trying to dance around the subject. Don't use SD cards. Don't use USBs. If it's your last option in the world and you have to do it, then do it that way, and then transfer them over to something else as quickly as you can. There's some decent cloud services you can use. They're trust my stuff on the cloud. If you understand what you're doing, then yes. All right. For example, you put the zip file on there, you encrypt it in a zip file, put a password, toss it on the cloud. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea, okay? But I mean, if like a poor man's version of that, but like I'm not, again, when it comes anything other than hardware wallets, yeah, I'm just you're not gonna get my you're not going to get my endorsement. Doctor says I've had my two USB sticks for 10 years and they have never failed me. Amazing. Bro, I had like USB sticks that crashed. And oh guys, listen to me. And another thing, do not use a portable hard drive. Do not use a portable hard drive. Oh my gosh. Do not use a portable hard drive. Those things crash like crazy. I don't care if it's a solid state drive. I almost lost everything from a solid state drive because I had all my private keys backed up on a solid state drive, and the whole thing crashed. Oh my gosh. I had to literally go through, it was a nightmare trying to recover all of my private keys. I had to do a lot of crazy stuff, okay, to like pull them off MetaMask and go digging in all these different areas. I don't even know if I think I got back all of them. I'm praying to God. But yeah, don't put them on external hard drives. Don't make that mistake, okay? Don't. I don't care if it's a solid state. And please don't come to me if you do any of these things and you're like, well, it's because I don't have the cash. Please don't come to me looking for help, because I mean, like, seriously, what do you want me to do? Well, you figured out how. You were able to, do something. Well, yeah, I had like, some precautions, although they weren't good precautions. I learned my lesson. All right, but don't think that you're gonna have my same luck to recover your private keys, because you probably won't. Most of you will lose those forever. All right, so I already said it. Hardware wallets are don't. Cryptonomy says USB from hell. Yup. Good Monster says my bud learned this the hard way with the Zexodus wallet when his hard drive went bad. Okay, yep. He said my buddy learned this. Good Monster said my buddy learned this the hard way with the Exodus wallet when his hard drive went bad. Yup. GeoKick says what qualifies as a hardware wallet? Oh, if it's specifically designed for cryptocurrency, so Ledger Nano S and Trevor. Oh, and another thing, never buy used hardware wallets. Never, ever buy used hardware wallets. I'll tell you about an eBay scam that someone did. So the Indians are good at this. They get the hardware wallets and they basically mess with the firmware. And what this allows them to do is by messing with the firmware, because they buy the wallets new, so they have complete access to it initially. They screw with the firmware and they're able to get a private key generated, okay, that is also the private key for the wallet. They put the hardware wallet on eBay, and then they sell it to some idiot. Somebody who doesn't know anything about this stuff. People like you, they're like, I said people like you, because some of y'all are cheap just like that. All right, you're gonna be like, oh, I picked up a brand new Trezor from eBay. You fool! Never, ever. It's like what are you thinking? Like, what are you thinking? All right, that's how you lose everything. Never buy a hardware wallet from eBay. All right, somebody did this and they basically bought one, they put it in, and then they loaded all the funds onto the wallet, and then they got stolen. And you know what the irony is? They could have avoided this also if they had just created a brand new wallet on the hardware wallet itself. But they foolishly didn't even do that. The wallet was already created, all right, and the person selling the wallet knew that these people were buying the wallets. They knew that people were buying wallets and they don't understand how the technology works, so they're like, oh, I bought the wallet and I just put my funds on it. They don't even realize that they should be generating a new wallet. They shouldn't be using the same wallet that came on your used wallet. And then what ended up happening is the crooks, the scammers, they basically then waited for them to load it, and then once they loaded up all their funds, they went in and stole them. Okay, so never buy used wallets. Never buy used hardware wallets from eBay. Don't buy them from friends. Don't buy them from anyone. All right, this is a screwed up world that we live in. All right, these scammers are not screwing around. Always buy a brand new wallet directly from the company. Listen to me. Not from a a wholesale chain, not from us, none of that crap, okay? None of that. I don't even trust, listen to me. I don't even trust buying them from like private sellers, people who are like trying to sell them brand new on Amazon, you know, like these third party sellers. No, no, do not buy third party hardware wallets, okay? Don't buy them. Don't buy them from third parties. Buy them directly from the companies that manufacture them, or you will regret it. Okay, Cryptonomy is here mocking people, saying laughing his butt off. Stupidly, they put themselves in dangerous situations, and the crooks have their crypto. It's common sense. It is real common sense. Anyway, guys, you can find links to the to cryptomoney.academy course page if you want to pick up any of the courses. Like I said, sale ends soon. You can get these courses for as low as $89, and all courses are under $100. All right. So yeah, let me know, guys, if you do want me to make that list. I'm actually gonna put up the poll, and I'm gonna put the poll if you guys want me to make the course, because that's really what it's going to be, teaching you guys what should be there. And also, if you do end up wanting it, you can basically tell me in the comments what you want to be in the course. Like, first, let me know, would you purchase this course? Now, you know, the best places to go, like to live overseas as the recession hits. And if that's the case, I'll make it for you, and also, like I said, you can just leave in the comments. I'm going to post it in a little bit, maybe. You can just leave in the comments and say what you want, what content you want in the course, what you want, topics you want covered in there, and I will do my best to get those in there so that we can really expand on it. And I'll sell it for like maybe like $120. It's going to take a lot of work. All right, so I'll probably sell for like $160, but what I'll do is I'll do the early bird, I'll do the ultra early bird special for you cheapskates, and you guys will get it dirt cheap for like $90. Okay, so for those of you that really want it or dirt cheap, you can get it for that. But I'll put it together for you guys if that's what you want. So I'll put up a poll and ask, because I know a lot of you have expressed interest so far in the comments, but again, it's going to take a lot of work for me to do it, so I have to make sure that it's something you guys want and that you guys are going to pay for before I put in all that work into it. All right, guys, let me know what you guys think about this, about how awful the boomers are, if you agree that the boomers truly are one of the, if not the most despicable generation in history. All right. Cryptonomy says, what would the cost be, Angry? Like I said, I'm going to do an ultra early bird special for it. So even though it costs $160, you can get it for $90 once it comes out. Okay, if you buy it like when it comes out during the ultra early bird, you can get it for $90. All right, so you'll be fine. All right, guys, let me know what you think. Love about the boomers. Love God. And you can find links to the course description video, cryptomoney.academy. Love God, get money, and cheers. Sandyman can, because he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good. You didn't think that was coming. You didn't see that one coming, did you? But it was good.